morning. My name is Ariane, and I am the Associate Director of Member Experience, and I am here to talk to you about the Girl Scout Experience boxes, specifically the Brownie boxes, which is so exciting. This is new for the new Girl Scouting year 2025-2026. We will be learning this together, and I'm excited to share a lot of great information with you. I know I've heard a lot of excitement. I know that it's not necessarily your first rodeo with this. I know many of the troops here have participated in the DAISY pilot program, or you've participated in the Girl Scout Experience boxes for the DAISY level this year. So I do have a PowerPoint that I'd like to share with you. So I'm going to do that now. Can everybody see the screen? Hopefully you can. So again, that's who I am. That is my contact information. Feel free. I know you've received my emails. Feel free to, call me directly. That's my direct number, and email me directly. And then if you, for some reason, do not reach me, you can always contact customer care with any questions. So that's my info. It's nice to meet you all. I'm glad that you're here. So we're introducing the Girl Scout Experience boxes. Unbox the fun. Let me just see if I can change my window here. Okay. All right. So what are the Brownie Girl Scout Experience boxes? So when we took the training, this was the information that we wanted to present to you in this format. So these boxes are a complimentary monthly subscription that follow the first year Brownie Troop plan. And the boxes are directly shipped to your doorstep. And they will provide resources for all the girls in your troop. Okay, so again, I know a lot of you have experience already with the Girl Scout Experience boxes. So that's basically just some information, and they follow. And we'll go into more detail as we move on month to month, and basically the format in which they're shipped. So who gets the Brownie boxes? So new Brownie troops for this coming Girl Scouting year can receive Brownie Girl Scout boxes, and including current first grade DAISY troops bridging to the Brownie level. So troops must have 2 registered background checked adult volunteers, and then 4 registered girls in the troop. So for single and multi-level, you need 4 girls of that level in your troop. Someone needs to be admitted here. Okay, and that's true for, so to go into the DAISY boxes as well, for multi-level troops, they can receive both boxes, both DAISY and Brownie, for each level, but they would just need to, for the eligibility requirements, have 4 girls in the troop for each level. So that's that. Okay, so this is the design of the boxes. Now the QR code that's on here does not work, but I'm going to come to the next slide and show you where you can find more information on our website. So it's a similar format to the DAISY boxes. So you receive a welcome box, and then the outdoor art creator, create and innovate, the cookie customers, My Great Day, Girl Scout Way, Eco Friend. So basically you can spread these boxes out, they say, for about 16 meetings. And of course, there's no badge police or anything. So you can even be very flexible with these boxes and, bring them. You can use the boxes for a meeting, and maybe you skip using the boxes for a meeting and you take a trip, and maybe they come into the next year. So when you come into your second Brownie year, you can, make use of the boxes and extend them into the next year. So they do come in Spanish inserts as well. Seeing a couple more people are showing up. Okay, so we're going to visit the website so I can show you exactly where to find this information on the website, but you will go to our website, and then you're going to, hang on, sorry, my screen. So I'll show you exactly where to find them. You're going to go to member, and then scroll down to Girl Scout experience boxes for, right now it says for Daisy troops. So we're still in the process of updating our website, but we do have the Brownie box information on there. Okay. All right. So is my troop required to receive the boxes? No, participation is optional. While we think that this is a great resource for your troop, and obviously, I guess so do you because you're here with us on the call. This is optional. You will technically be automatically, troops that are eligible will be automatically enrolled, but there will be a JOT form that we will send out to you that will need to be completed for some fact finding, including the shipping address as to where the boxes will be going. And you will have the opportunity to opt out of the program if you'd like. And I can go into that, the JOT form in a few minutes. Okay. So basically, the opt-in and opt-out process, as I just mentioned, there's a JOT form, and there will be a link that we will provide to you. We will need one form per troop, submitted per troop. And basically looking for leader name, troop number, contact email, same as my GS when you log in, shipping address, and phone number. And if you'll need a Spanish insert, that was not put in there. So, and again, there'll be an opt-out process. So when will these boxes ship? So I do have an outline that I will show you, and I'm sorry if I'm going kind of quickly here, but there is an outline here. This can be a little daunting to follow, but this is what's presented to us by GSUSA. So if you can see, just get a general gist. Now, most of you are already in the system, but basically the first shipments will be going out in early August, and they follow a specific plan. I mean, a specific shipping schedule going forward. So if anybody has any questions on that. And again, this is subject to change, but this is the basic layout. So you can see if all the information is in this, in GSUSA's system in July 7th, so they pull from us directly, then the first welcome box will be shipped out August 5th. And then they will receive box 2 in September. The troop will receive box 2 in September, box 3, box 4, so on and so forth. Okay. All right, so that's it. So again, that was the end of my slide. Does anyone have any questions? And you can either message in the chat. I didn't even see the chat, but if you want to just come out and just ask.
Yes, there was actually a question concerning if they are already a part of the Daisy pilot. I'm sorry, if they were already part of the Daisy experience box, if they had to opt in for the Brownie. Right?
So wait, so basically we're going to be sending the JOT form that I just mentioned to all the troops, and I can share that, what that's going to look like. So you have an idea. So hopefully everybody can see that. So what we'll do is we're going to gather the information, again, because it's a new Girl Scouting year and these are new boxes. So what we're gathering is this information, name, troop number, email, and then the address as to where these will be shipped. And then, of course, at the bottom, you can see that there is an option to opt out. So yes, we will need to have this completed purely for the fact finding and the shipping address and all that information.
Ariane Reagan, hi Reagan, says, will both leaders get the JOT form email? So I think our plan was to send it to both because you need to decide between you who's going to fill it out. Otherwise, we also have to then monitor who has or hasn't sent it back. So if there's 2 of you or more than 2, then please, organize that task amongst yourselves. I believe that's correct, Ariane?
Yes, that's correct. And of course, if you do by chance send 2, then we'll do, obviously we'll do our best to not submit to, well, 2 will not be submitted anyway, but we'll make sure that we vet that and make sure that we correct that, and reach out to you to confirm who is to receive the boxes. So
just to help clarify for Alyssa, so if anybody else on the call here isn't a bridging troop or a multi-level troop that's moving into getting these brownie boxes, that's absolutely fine. But we are primarily talking to everybody tonight about opting in because this is new for their troop. So yes, you're still in the system as being part of the Daisy boxes if you got that, but this is a whole separate initiative now for the brownie boxes. So we will need everybody to help us out. If we're asking for information, it's because we do need it.
thank you.
So I had a quick question. For the brownie boxes, it seems that you have like specific types of badges. So are all the activities sort of aligned for everybody? Because I know because we're in our second year of Daisy, so we are going to be bridging. We're from Montville Troop,
Okay.
98713. So we're bridging to Brownies for the year coming up. And so that was my question because so far we sort of been looking at different activities, trying to be creative in fulfilling the badge requirements to give the girls varied experience and robust experiences. So I'm new to this, so I was just kind of wondering with the brownie box, is it a fixed type of activity that everybody does?
So you do not have to follow that plan, to answer your question, Betty. And it's nice to meet you. Thank you. So you don't have to follow that plan to a T. You can use it to supplement what you've already planned for your troop. And you'll find with a lot of the other boxes, there's things like, I think, like the kid scissors, the safety scissors, and some of the other supplies that you may be needing that you can use for the other boxes and for the other activities. But no, you do not have to follow this plan. In fact, if the girls want to do a different badge, you can work on another one that's maybe not in these boxes entirely, and maybe defer whatever activity is in the box for another meeting. That's fine. It's just here, we want to enhance whatever you're doing and support you and your role with this while making it fun for the girls. But if the girls have it, want to work on something else, that's obviously ultimately the goal is really for it to be girl led and for them to decide on the activities that they work on. I hope that
It does. Thank you
I hope
so
that
much.
answers your
Thank you.
question.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on.
Kristen, hi, Kristen says, will we be sending out the jot form today? We just have to add a few extra bits of information requests into that jot form, Kristen. So, and we want to make sure everything else has been dealt with, everyone's had their questions answered, and we haven't missed anything, based on tonight's call. So just give us a couple more days. It's more likely to be beginning of next week, right, Ariane?
Yes, that's probably most accurate. As soon as possible, we'll get it sent out to everyone, probably with the recording of this call as well. So
yeah, I did answer that one. Diane says, what troop will these be available for? So the materials for the Daisy boxes were originally for a smaller number of girls. They were to cover your troop up to 12, and then they added the additional supplies. So Ariane, brownie boxes?
Brownie boxes are following the same. Yeah. So they will give you enough supplies for 12 girls in your troop if you have, I believe it's, 4 to 8. And then I believe they increase. Now, I need to confirm some of this information. So this is a very good question. But I believe they increase in increments of 6 to 8, depending. But ultimately, they always want to give you more than you need to encourage growth, troop, growth, of course.
When GSUSA runs the report to show how many girls are in your troop, they will send the supplies right from the get-go for that number. So if you've already got 14, then Diane, you will get the supplies to cater for all those girls. If you then increase your troop size, which is great, yay, they will, next time they pull a report to see how many girls are in your troop, they will add in those extra girls. So you might have a gap between the two, between you getting a couple of new girls and then the next shipment date. But if they are shipping more frequently this time, they've learned from the feedback that people wanted the supplies a little more quickly. So yes, the short answer is you should always have enough at some point to cover all your girls.
Are there any other questions that we've missed, or does anyone want to unmute themselves and
Bonnie,
ask? Or?
Just replying to Bonnie here. So Bonnie has a big troop. We have first and second year brownies. If they join the next year, are they able to get both years? Or would we suggest not? Good question, Bonnie. So first and second year brownies join their troop next year. Are they able to get both the years?
So, I mean, there really is only, well, I shouldn't say only, but there are, maybe I'm not understanding the question, and I'll do my best to answer, but there are the boxes for the first year troop plan. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's
if
right.
it's a
So,
good,
yeah. Bonnie,
yeah,
can you
I mean,
ask us the question? Are you able to chat or no?
Hi, I kind of can. I just have the kids screaming in the background, so I
Okay,
didn't
we
think
all do.
anybody wanted to hear that one.
no, it's fine. We all have stuff. It's
Yeah.
fine. Mhm.
Yeah, but that was my question because we have next year going into the fall, we'll have the brownies will be first year and second year.
Okay. So in other words, yes. So as long as, so you already have current brownies, correct? Is that what you're telling me? And
We
then you'll
do.
have a
We have a weird multi-level troop. So our brownies right now
Great.
are second and third graders, and then our third graders will move up into the next level, and our second graders will become the second year brownies, and our second year daisies will move into brownie first year. If
That's
we
great.
stay how we are, that's still a whole other conversation. But as it stands right now, that's where we are.
As long as it is a good resource for your second year brownies, then the answer is yes. You can have them for every girl in your troop. And again, I'm going to go to the website in a minute and kind of show you, you can, of course, visit the website yourself and kind of go box by box what's included and what badges are being worked on. So if there is overlap, obviously you're getting additional resources for those girls if you've already worked on those badges. But if you haven't worked on them, then yes, it's a good resource for the second year brownies as well.
Sure.
So your
Okay.
girls going into third grade. Absolutely.
Okay.
So, does that answer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Yeah,
I
no
think
problem.
if anybody else has that example where they feel that perhaps there are girls who aren't officially qualifying under the first year plan, please reach out to us. Don't just assume the opt-in form will cover that, because we won't necessarily know that that's what you're talking about. So if you do think that you would like to receive the boxes, but you aren't either a K Daisy troop or a new, or if you're here and you're new, or if you're bridging first to second grade brownies troop, then just let us know, and we can have a discussion with you and find out if it really is going to work for you. That's the key thing. Is it going to be useful for you, and are we sending the resources, using our resources wisely and sending out things that people really need and want? Nina asked, when can the troops register for the new year? Nina, do you mean registering
Majority.
boxes, or
Sweet.
Yeah.
renew your membership?
Hi there. I mean for membership.
Now.
You can renew now.
There perfect.
Yeah, you can. There are early renewal incentives, in fact, on the website. We can put a link in the chat for you for more information on that.
That would be great. I just had one other piece of feedback.
Sure.
I think
absolutely.
These boxes are wonderful. I think they've been very, very helpful. And to be quite honest, I wish you did them for every year.
I know. Well, you know what? We're already offering the brownie ones, so you never know, right? So yeah, I appreciate the feedback, and I'm glad that you've enjoyed using them. I think, yeah, they're an excellent resource. I've actually never had them for my troop, so but it's great. I'm so happy that you have that additional resource for the troop, because I think it supports what you're trying to do, and it's nice to have, especially for new troops, it's nice to have all the resources there right available for you. So thank you, Nina.
Quick question to sort of dovetail on that. As we're talking about different troops saying that they have different needs, or maybe they have multi, or maybe we've done something already, is there a blog or a Facebook group that we can connect and say, hey, we have these activities that we've already done a badge for, who, like, if anybody would need them? I mean, is there something like that that's set up so that the resources aren't wasted? That if another troop needs extra and one troop doesn't need them, to have an opportunity to swap in some way? Just a suggestion.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. So I know that within service units that's happening. But on a council level, we have not put that in place because we haven't dealt with this situation too. So normally what we have happening with Daisy troops is, and again, I've been here, I've been with GSNNJ just, under a year now, but I haven't really been through a full, brownie box season. But, what I've seen last year is that we are more trying to get troops more resources. They're increasing their troop size and we're trying to get them more rather than them having so much on hand for them to share with other troops. But I believe that is happening within service units, that they're sharing resources. But that's a great, Betty, that's, a really great idea. So we'll have to talk more about that. So, okay. Any other questions before I share the website or? No? Okay. All right. So these are great questions and I hope I'm getting to all of them here. So I just wanted to share the website and my mouse is acting up here. Sorry. All right.
I just posted the renewal information link for everybody. So if you haven't started
Thank
renewing
you.
and you want to, that's the renewal link, our incentives. We appreciate you taking a look at those and hope there's something there for you all to take advantage of. But renewal goes right the way through. This whole season is underway.
Okay. So I'm at the main page of the website. So what you're actually going to click on, I said members before, but it's actually get involved. You're going to hover over that and come down to Girl Scout experience boxes. And it is going to say for Daisy and Brownie troops. And click on that. It'll bring you to the hub, the web page. And that's what the Daisy box looked like, which you are familiar with, or most of you. So as you scroll down, you get a sneak peek. So the brownie boxes are positioned on the right-hand side. So you can click on these drop-down arrows. And it's nice because they give you a brief synopsis of what's in the boxes, but also, tips for your first parent meeting, badge placement on the uniform. Some of you are aware, but you have triads that are going to be they're in a triangle shape. The badges for the brownie uniform. So there's tips. There's placement here. The Make New Friends song, if you don't know that one already. I think there are 9 verses to that song, believe it or not. So learn all 9 verses. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, so if you go through each box, it'll give you, a brief outline if you want to take a look on your own. And I can put, the link in the chat if you would find that more helpful, or if someone can do that for me, that'd be great. I know I'm kind of scrolling through and I'm probably going too fast, making you all dizzy, but that's basically, it's just showing you just what's in each box and what you can expect, coming out monthly. So does anyone have any questions on any of this? Or is it pretty straightforward?
I'm sorry, I came on late. Do we have to sign up for it if we want it?
So Christina, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sending out a jot form, which I had talked about before. So, and that's really just to fact find and gather the shipping address and the leader's name that the boxes are going to be shipped to. So I'm going to be sending that out probably within the next few days, along with the recording for this call. And you'll have the ability to, submit that, and there's 1 per troop. And then of course that'll be where the boxes will be shipped to. And then GSUSA will pull the information from us to start shipments. Shipments will begin in August.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Yeah, we were we're going into we're going to bridge into Brownies this
Okay,
summer, June. And we did get the boxes for our first year daisies, and it was very helpful. We loved them. So.
great, great. So you were part of the pilot program or for
I
this
believe
year?
so, because we didn't get any
Okay.
this year. So it was 2 years ago that we got the boxes. So I guess that was the pilot year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, I'm glad we can offer this to you again
Yeah.
this
That's
coming
great.
year. That's great.
Great.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. All right. So yeah, I know this is probably like not very exciting, me clicking through and showing you, but yeah, so if you want to do that on your own, you can certainly do that. There's some more resources. We are actually in the process of working on the website as well. This is the information that was supported by GSUSA, but we're going to kind of make it our own and adapt upon that. So again, reach out to me directly with any feedback that you may have or anything you'd like to see. You know, we have what Brownies do, be a Girl Scout. So yeah, some different resources. So this is basically taking you back. So again, we're kind of under, construction here, trying to update. So
Is there a deadline for the website changes that you're making?
that's a good question. I mean, we want to get everything set prior to the first shipments and the season. I'm not sure how to, I don't know. Does anyone have any insight, Tracy or Claire?
So I guess the reason I'm asking is if you do want some feedback on what you're building, when would you want that feedback by?
As soon as possible, if you want to reach out to me. Yeah. And
Okay.
we'll do what we can, of course we have to follow certain guidelines, but yeah.
Of course.
No, that's great. Thank you.
The website comes down from GSUSA, and then we are able to tweak it a little bit to make sure that it's appropriate for the council. But what you see is all the information that you need is there. So that's been thought through, during quite a long planning process by GSUSA. So whilst we all know that the website is not always perfect, the info that you need is there. So dig around in those links. And if you are trying to find that page, I've posted the link, but also you can just type search for supply boxes, experience boxes. That will bring you to this page as well. And the information is there that talks about the box contents, why we're doing the boxes. It just at the moment doesn't reflect any FAQs because we're really focused on getting those up to date. Listening to questions tonight, that will add to our FAQ answers. So that will be posted very soon, but everything you need is there. It shouldn't be missing any basic information at this point, but please let us know if you disagree with that. That's absolutely fine. We'll add it in if we can.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, but if anybody else has, any additional questions or needs wants to see anything again, just let me know. Do I see any additional questions?
Everybody starts getting the boxes about shipping. So if there's anything about that, we can try and answer those. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, who's that?
Oh, it's Nina again. I just had one quick hello. It's related to the boxes, but also I'm concerned about being all registered for the August 5th shipment date. So my question is, are the leaders able to renew the troops on the website, or do the parents have to actually go through the whole registration process again?
You can handle it both ways, really. And I think troops, they do it all different ways. Yes, leaders can renew the troops. But also if, it depends on how you want to, take payment or whatever, but also, yes, the parents can renew. So we've seen both instances. Does that answer your question? I'm sorry.
It does. Just one more question. If the troop leaders renew, do we have to provide the payment then? Do the parents get a bill? Like, how does that work?
So you will need to pay at the time of renewal. So you can, you could do one of a few things. You could pay with one card and collect payments, or use the troop card and make sure that you receive payments. I didn't know if you have it in your troop account budget for renewal. Some troops do. So I guess there's a bunch of different ways that you can handle it. Does anyone Any troop leaders on the call have any insight on that and how they handle renewals for their troop?
Can you fill those in the fridge, please? Breaks kneecaps. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm on mute.
No, it's okay. No worries, it's okay. Does anyone, yeah, did we, well, Nina, first of all, I hope I answered your question, but I didn't know if anyone else had any other ideas on how they do things within their troop.
I mean, there's some experienced people here on this call. We also have Tracy. Tracy, do you want to add anything? Director of Business Integration System, genius, star of the show. Is there anything else we can add on this, Tracy?
A lot of leaders. I've been with GSNNJ now for 18 years. So I've had lots of different experiences with this. A lot of the leaders found that collecting the money and renewing the troop all together was the best way to do it, because a lot of times we'll contact you and say, hey, you're missing these girls, or when they want to sell cookies or participate in any of the GSNNJ programming. So that seems to be probably the best way to do it. However, some troop leaders say, I don't want to handle the money. I don't want to take responsibility. So everybody needs to log in on them by themselves. And if anybody has any problems in registering, just call customer care or email customer care, and someone from my team will get back to you to assist you.
Yeah, there's a couple of notes in the chat. Reagan, hi, Reagan. She said, I personally find renewing the troops myself is so much easier because I don't know why this is like so sticky. Sorry, because I don't have to chase moms down and they're eager to do one less thing. Okay, perfect. And then Alexandra says we have them sign up themselves because situations, change of who can stay on. Yeah, that makes sense too. So I think it's preference really and what works with the troop. So
thank you so much.
Sure, Nina. Thank you. Any other questions?
I have one last question. I know I may have exhausted my questions, and our troop leader is never going to send me as a co-leader to this meeting again, probably. I had a question because I'm new to this. I'm very excited about it, and it's a great experience for the girls. And I'm just curious. We're trying to come up with like robust and interesting things for them to do, and to offer them like options, like what do you want to do? And sometimes it's difficult. So I was wondering, is there a connection for the troops that are close to each other? So we're in Montville, so I guess Boonton and Parsippany and Fairfield and other Wayne. Is there a blog site or some way that we can connect with each other that, I may have an idea of something that we've done that maybe, you may be looking for something to do for a certain badge that we could all pop in and look for those types of, that type of collaboration to come up with some, it gets dry after a while, right? It's hard to plan.
So I know there are social media sites, and I think with Montville, you connect with Pequannock too, right? You can
I think so, yes. We do have Pequannock in that area, sure.
I know that you, because I've talked to the service unit manager, and I think that you collaborate together. So I'm not totally sure what they have going on and what surrounding areas, but I know a lot of ways that troops connect and service units is really over social media. But we can explore that more. As far as, I don't know, do you use the volunteer toolkit? I know you said you're new to things, but
right. So I'm co-leader. So our troop leader is Jessie Perez, and I think she does have some resources I think that we use during the Daisy year. So for the first sort of the first part of the Daisy year, I was a parent volunteer, and then I went as co-leader. So I don't know all the details, but I do know that she used some resources from Girl Scouts.
Yeah, so when you log into your account in My GS, you have the ability to select from My Account the volunteer toolkit, and that is an incredible resource to research more, badges and badge activities, and come up with pre-selected troop plans. So, if you wanted more help with that, please reach out. We can talk more about that too. Yeah, no problem. These are great questions. You've not exhausted your questions, so it's okay. Keep asking. It's good. So, Jan Maas had said there's lots of Facebook groups that have ideas. If you want to start a regional Facebook group to share ideas, I'd be happy to join and contribute. Okay.
It'd be amazing. I think lots of things I'm busy writing down here to, we talk to all of you individually or as troop leaders, but we never really get a chance to see you in the same space, and as everyone can come to our events that we host. And that's when we talk about networking and leaders sharing ideas. And that's what we're talking about. We're giving you a space to connect and share those ideas and talk about what you've done and what worked, what didn't work, and how we can help resource that as well. So when you see those invitations to those events, that's what we're trying to do for you. And there's a few of us and lots of you, and that's awesome. But we're trying to give you those opportunities to share those ideas. And it sounds like, a Facebook page or a blog or communities where you are bringing together more than one service unit would be an even greater way to kind of share those ideas and resources. So please don't wait for us on those things. Go ahead and do that. Get that sharing going. And we will help you with that. If you need it, reach out and we can come up with our side of things from the council perspective. But that sounds like a great idea.
So
yeah,
if we create something,
ahead.
if we create something, can we reach out to you for you to send like a link or something to all the members so that they're aware of it? How would we be able to share that within this group?
Yeah, we would be able to share certain information to people that have opted in to receive information. We would certainly be able to, reach out to your service unit team and say, hey, please, can you share this to all the leaders because this has been set up by Betty or by whoever. Absolutely. What we can't do is just, email lots of people randomly, but that goes without saying. So yeah, we can definitely help connect the dots and make sure that everybody, if the service unit team is not so active or there's not a service unit manager, which is the case in some areas, then we can help do that part. Yeah. Definitely.
And yeah, Reagan, who's on the call with us. Hi, Reagan, I see you. She said, check with your service unit manager. Some of them have contact with SUMs from other towns and collaborate. She says she's from Kinnelon, definitely works with Montville. And Reagan is a longtime leader, service unit manager, a great resource, and very happy to have her within our community too. So yeah. There's a good group going now in Parsippany. That's great to hear for leaders. And I'm sure we'd be able to have, I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my chat, but it keeps skipping. I'm sure we'd be able to have you join, or there may be one in Montville too. It's a WhatsApp group. Okay. That's great. I'd be happy to join. Agree. Reagan is the best. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, these are great ideas. And of course, I host green table talks is what we call them for new leaders. But we can definitely get, something going where we check in with you now, because I know that you're still new, but you're technically more seasoned, but we can still check in with you on these boxes and have a check-in call. And, hopefully all of you will come on and you can still connect and share ideas and what works. And, so that's great. It's always better when we can connect, especially even across service units, definitely too. So,
and you're happy
love for us to
from people with ideas for what they want at the next Green Table Talks as well. So if there's a consensus that you're all missing information on a certain thing to do with these boxes or shipping dates, or let's not all ask the same question 1,000 times. We're happy to host a call, bring in an expert, talk, somebody who knows more, or an area that you want to find out more about. So just let Ariane or I or any of us know on the membership team or anyone, send it to customer care, it'll get to us, and then we can pull together another call that helps answer those questions for everyone.
Absolutely. And for those, and Betty, if you can see the chat, you can click on the chat. People are posting Facebook groups too. So if you and some information. Thanks, Reagan. These green table talks are great. Thank you, Ariane, for hosting them. Should I read this out loud? I'm sorry. We need one in person, like at a restaurant that serves ice cream or cheesecake. I totally get it. I totally agree. I love both ice cream and cheesecake. That would be awesome. We should definitely set that up. Be really cool. It's just the biggest part is the location that's convenient for all of you. So we're definitely going to have to come up with that. And maybe we do, a couple of them, because I know our jurisdiction for GSN and J encompasses a very large area. So the biggest thing is just trying to get that summit, right? So we can all meet together. So yeah. Ice cream and cheesecake are calorie free for Girl Scouts. Scientific fact. Love it. I love the comedy. So this is perfect. So and does anyone else have anything they want to add? Anything that they want to see on a call like this in the future? Anything, any suggestions, feel free to just come off mute and, just ways that we can help support you because, I know the girls are the heart of our organization, but you're the ones that are out there and facilitating and doing the work and mentoring, and you're all awesome. So I'm sorry. Go
Hi
ahead,
there.
Nina.
Thank you.
Just one other thing. So, initially when I received the emails about the Daisy boxes, you'd included PDF files in there
Okay.
for the different documentation, just kind of giving the background of the badges and activities. Towards the end, though, I kind of stopped receiving those emails. I found it super helpful, though, since one person is actually getting the ship boxes. I could actually
Okay.
share those PDFs with my co-leader. So I hope that's something that would continue for the Daisy boxes as well. I found it really super helpful.
PDFs. I'll have to look into that. Okay. And that was sent out, I'm sorry, through.
So it was sent from Girl Scouts. It was like a notification that the next box was shipping. And it
Okay.
included the PDF files detailing like the badge, the meeting, the different activities. And, it was sent the first couple boxes, but towards the middle and end, I just kind of stopped receiving that. So
It's in the trunk of the car.
Yeah, we'll check into that, Marianne,
I'll
because
have to look into that. I think maybe I'm sorry, go ahead, Claire. Were you trying to speak?
continue. It may be that some of those emails didn't reach people with those PDFs, but there was no actual decision to stop sending them. So we'll definitely look into that. I'm glad we know that. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Suzanne said I never noticed the PDFs. Okay. Yeah, so we'll definitely look into that going forward. Thank you. So just Raquel, do you have anything you wanted to share?
No, I'm good, but I did have a question. I know you guys have, I know it's not relevant to the box, but I do have some parents that have some questions in regards to the badges and the placements on the vest and stuff like that. I know we have the printouts on the website for us. Are we allowed to share that with our parents?
Absolutely. You mean on the VTK?
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
you can
yeah.
certainly share that.
Yeah, because I have some parents that just don't have all their badges on their vests, and they were complaining in regards to the patches don't stay, they don't sew, and the placement of the badges. So I was like, will these badges go here? So I verbally explained it to them. So I was just wondering if there was is there something that's open to like some of the parents that need to learn how to put their badges on their vest or something like that? Is that something that's possible, or is it there?
Okay, you mean like tips for
Yes.
using the iron? Yeah.
Well, tips on how to get the badges on the vest.
Okay. So I mean, there are definitely a couple different options for that, and some people just sew them, and some people use, have a sewing party. I see.
I just saw
Some
that,
people
yeah.
use patch glue, and some people don't advise to use patch glue. I guess, the biggest thing that a lot of people miss is you have to like heat you heat the fabric of the vest first for about 30 seconds before applying the badge. I don't know if that would be helpful, but yeah, no, there are different videos out there. I don't know that we have one posted anywhere within our council, but potentially on GSUSA. That's something I can look into though and try and get that out there.
I like the sewing party. Thank you for whoever suggested that. That makes so much sense because I could invite the parents to come in with the girls' vest and their badges, and we could actually all do it all in one night. And then we could show them exactly placement, how to do it, how to get them on, and then use different suggestions. Absolutely. I definitely take
Absolutely.
that suggestion and make a party.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's a couple things in the chat. Let's see.
I
Have
see
a
them.
sewing party. That was Nina. And then there's a badge.
Nina,
There's a
thank
badge
you.
for that. Um, the GSN and NJ shop has a sticky patch thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a
So,
couple different. Oh, go ahead. I'm
Ariane,
sorry.
just to let you know that the shop will also put them on because we have
Yes.
the pre-assembled. I'm going to put the information on the in the chat.
Mhm.
But this is just going along throughout the year as we keep going. We try to make sure that we have a badge or a patch for every meeting that
Yes.
we do because it keeps the girls going and entertained. So when we have a whole bunch of them, like it'll be good to have the parents come in, maybe something like the first month of our meeting so we could actually show our parents how to do it so that way they could take it on themselves and make sure it gets done. Because some of them really don't wear the badges because they don't have their badges on their vests. So
Okay.
definitely doing a party would be really good. I'm just thinking about all the different things that they can learn off of it because I've watched so many YouTube videos and taken so much advice from parents and did a couple of different, suggestions on my own and worked on my daughter's vest. So it definitely all of it just comes together. So I guess if I get the parents together, it'll make it easier.
Yes. And it's probably a great idea for you all to network too. So while you're doing your stitching as well, so and teaching.
Yes.
So yeah, I like that idea. That's great.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
wonderful. No, thank you. I'm not sure who said that, but thank you to all of your suggestions. If you see the chat, Raquel, there's lots of different suggestions in there.
Yeah,
And then of
definitely.
course, Tracy had put in there the pre-assembled uniforms. And again, that's always an option too when you're bridging. If you want to have the uniform pre-assembled for bridging, you can have all the council patches and the American flag and everything placed on there. They'll do that for you for an additional fee, the shop. So
Perfect.
just to let you, yeah. So
I've just posted a
okay.
link as well to a PDF. It looks like it's old, but the badge is still going the same place. So check out that link and that gives you uniform by uniform placement.
Thank you.
Okay, so there are still some more questions. Let's say, I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody. Thank you, Mary. Let's say, okay. So Jan Ma says, totally unrelated question. Who got the Build-A-Bear party? I stayed up till midnight to register. So,
Those
yeah,
emails are going out tonight after this meeting.
Okay.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Just to
All
let
right.
you know, I will just let everybody on this call know that the 20 troops were in by 12:09 a.m.
Wow. Okay. All right. Does anyone else have any other questions or?
I do. So sorry. It's Nina again. I'll make it quick.
That's
Kind of
fine.
an unrelated question. So I've had parents who have expressed that they wanted to stay at the meetings. However, they weren't registered volunteers. My understanding is that anyone that is to stay at the meeting or participate in the meeting has to be a registered volunteer with a background check. Is that correct?
Yes. Especially, well, definitely a background check if they're going to be going on any trips as well. But yes, they will need to be registered as an adult volunteer. So there are different types of adult volunteers. So for overnight troop helpers, that level of volunteer will initiate the background check as well as like a product program manager for the troop. But just an adult volunteer does not require a background check, but they still are registered with GSN&J.
Got it. Thank you.
They shouldn't be at meetings, Nina. If they don't have the background check, they shouldn't be at meetings.
Right. That's what I told them.
The idea with your troop meetings is that the girls are building their confidence and their independence. And, you know, if the caregiver that wants to stay with the troop meeting is being a troop helper, that's fantastic. We encourage that, you know, every time. Get as many troop helpers as you can to help you out. But if they're just there because they didn't want to go home in between, or they want to keep an eye on their daughter, that's a different conversation to have with them. If they're going to stay and that's okay with you, they must be background checked, so they must be a troop helper.
Thank you so much.
I was a troop volunteer, and that's how I became leader. You get sucked in. You just want to be part of it.
That's how it happens to all of us, Betty. That's how it happens to all of us.
And we all work together to make some great experiences for the girls, so it works out in the end. We're exhausted at night, need some wine and some coffee, but okay.
And cheesecake.
Yeah, that was mentioned in the chat too, which is really funny. So, yeah, I know that some have suggested, you know, creating an email list. I mean, we can certainly do that if everybody's, you know, agreeable to that.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah. So what I could do is I can reach out. I mean, we could reach out to the people on the call, and, you know, ultimately we would love to have the more the merrier, but yeah, I can reach out to the people on the, you know, everyone on the call, and I'll blind copy everyone first, and you can let me know if you're agreeable to that. I'd be happy to connect everyone that way if they're okay with that. So
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, how do you become part of a green table talk? So I have been reaching out to our, you know, our new leaders, because ultimately a lot of my role is supporting our new leaders through their first year journey. But I'm seeing that the need to, obviously I want to support you, and we want to support you through this process because this is new to you. So we're going to definitely have more of these calls, but please feel free to reach out to me and let me know what themes and, you know, and interests you have. I know Julie was on the call. I don't know if she left already, but was asking about bridging, different, you know, bridging ideas. And again, that's something we can have a call about, or we can meet about and talk. I know everyone, you know, bridging is very personal for the troop, and different ideas. There's a lot of different ideas out there. There's actually a really good guide through GS USA that I'd be happy to share with you. I won't take the time to find it now, but I can share with you. But yeah, these are great. It's great to connect with all of you, and you all help each other too. So we're here to, you know, provide resources. I am a volunteer as well. I know Claire is, and I know, you know, some of the other, a lot of, you know, our staff members are volunteers as well. So we're on both sides too, but, you know, we are here to provide the information, but I know you're out actually using it, and it's nice for you to be able to kind of feed off of each other and help each other. So when possible. So yes, I love to do the green table talks, because I know, like with our NLO trainings, you know, they're a little bit more official, I guess. And these are a little bit more laid back, where we can just have these open discussions. So yeah. Okay, for those that don't know, you can borrow actual, oh, okay. Yes, you can borrow an actual bridge from GSN and J. Actually, I have to be honest, I don't know, Claire, and Tracy, were you aware of that? So, yes.
Yeah, bridge. Yeah, our service unit has a bridge which we use. It's a little old,
right,
but it does the job. Or go find a bridge in your town, obviously.
Yeah.
That's also fun.
Yeah, no, our service unit also has a bridge. It was a bronze award that was carried out by one of the troops that are now working on their individually on their gold. Betty had said maybe also include tips and suggestions from troop leaders that already went through the bridging process. Service leader mentors. I like that. That's great. That's a really, really awesome name for a role. That's great. So, yeah, these are great ideas. Does anyone else want to share? I tried to read everybody's messages. I hope that was okay. And Does anyone else have any other questions? Anything else that's pressing? So, okay, let me just, oh, I do see a new message. I think Rickabear still has a bridge. Great excuse to visit the camp. Yes, yes, visit our camps. And also, in addition, yeah, also with respect to camps, we did have a camp call with new troop leaders actually, but I just wanted to mention to you as well that utilizing our camps for meetings is also an option too. So I don't know if all of you knew that it's not, you don't just have to go for a camp out. There's an ability to utilize the camp to earn badges and work on activities as well. So again, I have a lot of information to get back to you with, but I'll do my best. If I forget anything, you can also reach out. So Nina is asking, who do we contact for that? And is there a fee? Yes, there is a fee. I believe, don't quote me. I believe it's $50 or $25. I will double check that. We can get you in touch with the camp staff for that. And also there's an area, if you go to our website, excuse me, if you go to our website under camp, there should be more resources. I don't know if anyone's able to post it in the chat for me, but we'll definitely get back in touch with you and circle back with you on that, Nina. Okay, so any other, oh, thanks, Claire. Claire just put it in there. Bridge to Brownies, look up the Twist Me and Turn Me Brownie story, traditional bridging ceremony. It's adorable. Yes. There's lots of really cool little traditions and you can put your own spin on it. It's always nice to do things that, troops have done so long in the past and been doing year after year with bridging as well. So I guess that's the beauty of all these activities. Go ahead, Betty.
I was going to say that this meeting has been just a font of information. I'm very appreciative of everybody's comments and suggestions and link shares.
Yes, that's what it's all about, right? So connecting and sharing. So that's what we try to do. So thank you. Thanks for coming. All right. So
thanks, Ariane.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. So it's about a little after 7:30. So I know you all have busy lives. So I wanted to thank you all for all you do for volunteering. It's Volunteer Appreciation Month. If you get a chance, please visit the shop locations because I think they still have, a little small gift for you. And also you can enjoy, I believe, a discount also at the shop. So please visit our shop locations. And then I hope to see you soon at the adult recognition and awards dinner. So